Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. Snapchat, man, it's been kind of fun. So on this one, I actually thought we'd get a little bit more of a rally today. So we had a bunch of long calls that were holding into but not through earnings to get the rise in implied volatility. When we bottomed, the implied volatility was 70%. I think today it closed at like around 190%. So most of the options doubled. I thought we would get a little bit more of a kick if the stock rallied today. So then we sold a call credit spread, small size. That's obviously going to work. And then I had to buy some after hours here. So I got an average price here of $17.99. This is just more for fun to see if we can kind of get up to 20 bucks. Note, I'm not trading very much there. Contrast this with NVDA, which yesterday we loaded up on in terms of selling puts and then buying some stock after hours. And this worked out pretty solid. This is actually the accurate number right here. It'll show weird numbers when you've got closing prices and things like that too. But I'm looking for, well, let's take a look at that real quick. So the idea with this kind of stock is that when it exceeds the expected move of earnings, it'll tend to keep going higher. And then this one, the all-time high was right around here, give or take. Well, I think it was actually lower than that. Let me double check. Okay, so it's 120.92. So we got there, we kind of came back a little bit, then we got through it and closed above it, okay, with decent volume. So I'm looking for this to continue going higher. And I mean, this company is growing, so it's a that's why I got some of the stock as well. And there's a weekly squeeze. So I like the prospects of this stock a little bit longer term. And if we look at in terms of how this is structured, you know, a lot of times obviously I'm doing the options, but in this case I also wanted to do some of the stock and hold on to it a little bit longer. So we got, you know, the put spreads. Let me change this up real quick so you can see it a little bit easier. Well, that'll be fine. So you know, the stock we got at different entry prices, 113.70 up to 118, but the ones that expired in 2 days, those are earnings trades that we did. So we sold those before earnings. You know, $1.69 that went to worthless, that's money we get to keep. 209 that went to worthless, that's money we get to keep. But then after it opened, we you know, bought some calls. They almost doubled. Obviously, bought a bunch of stock. And we're looking for that to continue going. So that's kind of one of my favorite types of trades, is when something like that goes up after hours beyond the expected move. But I don't do the same thing with stocks that fall more than the expected move, like Snapchat. So anyway, those are just kind of, I'm not going to make a commitment to something like that, if that makes sense. All right. So anyway, that's been fun. We've been doing that this week in the trading room. Other than that, we have just seen the markets doing a whole lot of nothing, going back and forth. You know, we do have a squeeze on the daily chart of the S&Ps, and my concern is just that this is just, you know, this is getting done. And when the squeeze runs out of momentum, you typically then start pulling back to the mean. So I'm not too crazy about the long side of this market here, except for special situations like NVDA. And also keep in mind that a lot of times we'll sell off into the Thursday, Friday prior to monthly expirations. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some weakness over the next couple of days. All right, and just a reminder, we've got a free webinar Thursday, that's tomorrow, at 7 o'clock Central. And Bruce is going to be talking about Wall Street Money Managers Exposed, and essentially the tricks of the trade to work around them and make money even though they're up to the tricks that they're up to. And I'll be doing this with him and kind of talking about some things that I've seen. It'll be a lot of fun. Again, it's a free webinar, simpletrading.com/hood. It'll be Thursday, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock East Coast Time. All right, hope it helps. Going to dive into a lot more on the premium videos, and you guys have a good one.